If you own the Phantom Liberty DLC and you're busy playing your way through it, there are two really good vendors inside the DOGTOWN biome, inside the DOGTOWN area, that you might have missed out on, and you absolutely need to check these two vendors out. So let me go ahead and show you how to get to them. Firstly, the area that I'm referring to is of course DOGTOWN, as mentioned. So DOGTOWN was added with the Phantom Liberty DLC, and specifically this area here, the Coliseum, the stadium, whatever you want to call it, is the first area that you encounter when you start playing Phantom Liberty. But at this point in time, you are being escorted through this area by Songbird, and it's entirely likely that you miss a lot of the vendors inside this area. So later on, when you want to come back to it, either just go ahead and follow the road and go in the way that I'm showing you here right now, or you could just use this fast travel point if you've already unlocked it. And once you use this fast travel point, you're going to spawn right here, and the first vendor that you're looking for is going to be through here. Now there's a ton of other things you can look at here. There's a weapons vendor over there, there's a clothing machine that you can win clothes there, blah blah, but the first vendor that I want to draw your attention to is this one over here. Now there's no other shop quite like this in the game, because what this vendor does is he actually sells literally progression. So what you see here is 5 shards, one each for each of the different let's say additional stats or that you could be going for. Like for instance, we have one here for Headhunter, we have one for Netrunner, we have one for Engineer, we have one for Shinobi, and we have one for Solo. These are of course these systems here. So your skill progression systems over here. This is literally a shard that gives you 5,000 XP for one of these. So there's 5 of them that you can buy, one for each one of these, and 5,000 XP. So if I buy, for example, the one now for my Solo skill tree here, that's going to take me all the way from level 10 to 15 easily. Now that's not the only thing that this guy sells. He also sells one perk point. Now originally when I saw this, I was like, holy shit, does this mean that we can essentially just keep, they're quite expensive, so these shards are like 8.5, and then this one's like 17, and I thought, you know, can we buy this and then, you know, rest and then buy it again and rest and buy it again, and as long as you have enough money, you can essentially power level your way through. Unfortunately, that's not the case. This is a once off time only thing, so you can only buy this stuff once, and I have tried to rest 2, 3, 4 days to see if eventually the shop does repopulate again. Unfortunately, it does not. However, this does give you the way to buy one perk point and basically a decent amount of XP for each one of these substats, so that's pretty sweet. The next vendor that I'd like to, you know, pull your attention to sits just a little bit further on. This is actually the more impressive one of the two. So you'll notice you're in the right place when you see all these guns and mech stuff and everything. Yeah, this guy Heral is good shit. So essentially when you access his shop, you'll see that he is actually selling iconic weapons. But more specifically, how Herald's shop works is it looks at where you are in terms of like the campaign and the missions that you played and everything, and then gives you an option to buy any iconic weapons that you might have missed up until this point. So this could be something that you forgot to loot, or you didn't, you know, access it, or maybe you didn't go into a room where this gun was lying on the table, and you essentially finished the mission and thereby lost access to this iconic weapon and it got left behind. He is going to have access to all of these weapons, plus just some really good other weapons, and decent ones at that. So I mean, we have some, like there's Apparition, which is an iconic tech pistol. He's even got some plans to, you know, craft some stuff. But all in all, Herald's inventory is phenomenal. And if you're a collector in this game of iconic weapons, and I mean, who isn't? They're some of the best weapons in the game, at least from a spectacle perspective, then absolutely this vendor is a game changer. Now, some of these things are upwards of 100 to 110, 120k to buy, so it's not cheap. But this is a fantastic way for you to gain access to things that you might have missed in the game, as well as some weapons which are just damn good and should absolutely be in your arsenal. And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Let me know in the comments down below any other cool stuff that you've discovered in DOGTOWN. This is a very small area, but it is so packed with secrets and things like that. And I'm definitely bringing videos to the channel with all of the other weapons and iconic stuff and where to find that. I'm actually working on 2 different ones right now. So absolutely give this video a like and consider subbing to the channel if you enjoy content like this for Cyberpunk 2077. Of course, I also support a whole bunch of other games. There's Remnant 2 content on here alongside some other games. This is a variety channel, so it's entirely likely that I'm covering a game that you like, and I'd love to have you over. But other than that, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Till next video, fucking cheers.